excited playing a guy like that, or?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's a great player. It's going to be a really big challenge for us, and us as the DB room, we're not scared. If we play to our technique and we do our job, man, it'll be like any other game.
Yeah.
You're one of the older guys in a group with a whole bunch of younger players running around. How do you provide some leadership back there, and what do you see about some of the younger guys that are getting a lot of run back there?
Yeah, we got X stepping up. We got Dex stepping up. We trust those guys. We're bringing those guys along, making sure that they're in the playbook. They understand what they're doing, and when they get out there, man, they just ball. So I'm really happy about that.
With the running game that Boise State has, what pressure does that put on you to execute both in your pass coverage responsibilities, but also to be available to be? I mean, they talk about getting 11 hats to the ball.
Yeah,
that's a lot of pressure on you.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. Our job is to read our keys and react off our keys. So we're gonna have good eyes, be patient with our reads, man, and when they hand off the ball, we're gonna pursue, and when they throw the ball, we're gonna cover.
Not to ask you to give too much away of the game plan, but like, have you faced a running back at any point in your career where it's kind of this, like the game plan is this skewed towards stopping one guy?
I mean, personally, I haven't faced like a running back like the running back we're playing this week, but I mean, I don't really think anything changes. Obviously, we acknowledge his stats and he's a good player, but we're just gonna try to do our job and execute at the best level we can. So I don't really think him being there or anybody else being there is going to be a huge difference.
And I know he's obviously getting a ton of buzz, but they're in the college football playoff conversation for a reason. That's a really good team. What stands out about kind of their passing attack and just what they do in that sense?
So obviously we have to respect their run game, but they got some big plays in the pass game. They like their play action shots. So just having, like I said, reading your keys, having good eyes, and covering when it's time to cover.
Going back to Jeanty, how beneficial is it to have the running backs you guys have here? Obviously, Hank's a lot smaller, but he's just as strong as some other guys throughout the league. Salah's a little bit bigger as well. So how helpful have they been just, focusing on getting down a running back of that caliber?
Yeah, no, it's obviously been beneficial. You can't just come down and hit Hank with your body. You got to actually wrap up with some technique. So that's gonna prepare us greatly. Even guys like Jam, you can't just wrap them up. You can't just hit them. You got to wrap them up. So I mean, those guys are definitely gonna prepare us.
When you're looking throughout this secondary, like what do the young guys? And I don't want to ask you to just single one, but like who's made like the biggest strides, the biggest improvements since fall camp? If you had to, or maybe another way to phrase it is like who are you most proud of? Like how far they've come?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm just specifically most proud about anybody. I think all the young guys that got the opportunity to play, they have developed well and they've made plays in the game, and that's all we can ask for.
Overall, do you feel like the team is? Where do you feel like the team's urgency is heading into this game? Obviously, you guys had to win last week for this one to really, really matter for you guys. Where do you feel like that urgency is right now?
Can you elaborate on that question more?
Like how alert are you guys about the importance of this game? Like how much of that pressure do you guys feel?
Oh, yeah, we feel a ton of pressure, man. We're obviously trying to make the bowl game. So to win this game here would be huge. And, I mean, that's it. We're still going to come attack it with the same mindset we had last week. We're coming here to win the game, and we're trying to execute.